That glitch, it's time to thwip. What's up, guys? I'm AJ, and welcome back to another Thwip Side review. And today I'm checking out the Medicom Mafex Huntress from Batman Hush. Checking out packaging, here we have the normal packaging we've been getting for the Hush line from Mafex. It's nice, simple, but elegant, I think. Here it says Batman Hush, picture of the figure, the Huntress down here, Mafex, and then in the big window with a picture of the Huntress, there's some accessories hidden on the side. But you can see an extra head and her staff. And then that big graphic of Batman Hush with another picture of the figure. And then some cool production shots of the Huntress. She looks pretty cool. And the mumbo jumbo. So I'm going to pop her open and we'll take a look at her together. And as usual in Mafex figures, Huntress comes with a nice spread of accessories. Of course, you get the Mafex base with different parts and things to configure it however you so choose. A few clamps, some bars, straight bar, and things like that. So that's pretty cool. She comes with her staff, which is just a plain piece of plastic with a little bit of sculpted got a hair there. Sculpted lines in there. You can't even show it. See, it doesn't even show up on camera. But yeah, kind of not that great for a staff. I know in the comic it's pretty plain, but kind of lackluster compared to what else you get and how the figure looks. And you get sets of hands that are set up on these sprues. You get 2 grip hands. And I love how they're on the sprues so you can display that, keep them from losing them. You got like 2 splayed out hands. Or I think you would call them that. I don't know, because here's some more splayed out hands. Just hand options in general. So that's cool. And then these are kind of, I don't know. They're kind of almost the same as these. But you still have them. I'm sorry. They give you so many, sometimes you don't even really know what they're for. But options are good. And you get an alternate angry head, which looks fantastic. Nice and clean paint apps. And just a really cool alternate head. And checking out Huntress herself, she looks incredible, just like the other characters in this Batman Hush line from Mafex. Going in closer, we can see a nice, serious-looking head sculpt that she comes with in package. Again, nice and clean with the paint apps. And then, of course, you got the cloth wired cape. There's a wire here. And there are wires throughout down here to bunch it up. And it's really nice, so you can have some posability options, however you choose. I like how this gold hits for the clasps, and her whole body is nicely painted. Just really nice. Basically, she looks like she leapt off the pages of Hush. Of course, drawn by the great Jim Lee. And then you got her belt, another hit of gold, some pouches. And then some straps with more pouches. Coming down to the boots, nicely detailed. Yeah, fantastic, beautiful looking figure. No complaints whatsoever. Again, she looks like she leapt right off the pages from the comics. Awesome. And in the articulation department, she's no slouch either, which is to be expected from a Mafex figure. She's got some nice head movement, side to side. She can't really look up, of course, because of her hair, which is also nicely detailed. I forgot to point that out. But she's got some nice tilt, of course, side to side. She can look down quite a bit. I will say, and I find this with the Mafex figures I own, they're kind of fiddly in the waist area. They're easy to get, actually not easy, kind of hard to get lined up with the abs because of the torso articulation. Tends to get out of whack. It's not a big deal, not a deal breaker, but you get some nice tilt with that. You get the waist, but they can arc back super far. She can crunch really nice as well. The cape kind of gets in the way. I try to get a little delicate with the cape so I don't stick a wire through the cloth or anything, but of course her arms rotate, go out, you get the bicep, the nice single jointed elbow. I'm used to saying double jointed, but still pretty good. I mean, this is really thin, her arms in general, and her wrist, but it does articulate, swivels and hinges. Of course, we went over through the abs and the waist, but nice tilt there as well. She's got the drop down legs, the drop down so you can kick up. go out, kick back a little bit, rotation at that hip joint, but also thigh swivel hidden by the strap, which is awesome. And then really nice double jointed knees. Actually, that's a little loose. It doesn't flop, but it feels loose. It's smooth is probably the word I should better to describe it. Her ankles rotate, go back, go forward. You get a really nice amount of rocker and the toe. So awesome articulation to go with the awesome look. So bottom line for me is that I think this Huntress figure from Batman Hush by Medicom Mafex looks fantastic. I wouldn't expect anything less from the Batman Hush line by them, because every figure I own looks fantastic, and the ones I don't own, by the pictures, they look fantastic. This one's no exception. I'll say it again, looks like she leapt right from the pages of the comic. Nice clean paint and everything. She articulates really well. I forgot to mention she does have tiny like little butterfly joints going on up there. Didn't notice because of the cape, which leads me to a couple cons. While I love a wired cape because you can get more posability, this one is kind of a pain for right now because of the way it was in a package. I liked, if you're just going to leave it in a neutral stance, all this bunched up on the bottom with the wire, that's great. But when I was trying to come up with a pose for this bottom line segment, it's kind of gnarly to get it all straightened out to work with. I did my best here for a final shot, but you know, I'm sure after messing with it for a while, you can achieve some dynamic things with the cape and make any poses you put her in look even better. And then there's one other little nitpick I have. Just be careful with yours in case it's like mine, but her hands come off very easily. I appreciate they're not a pain because of the tiny peg to put on, because you know there's always a worry there that the peg will snap, but these, especially on this side, come off a little too easy for my liking, so just be careful so you don't lose them. But yeah, overall though, fantastic figure, highly recommend her, and I cannot wait for Poison Ivy to come out, and for, of course, the pre-orders, the drop for the Riddler. I love this Hush line. I wish I got into it sooner so I could have gotten the Catwoman, so still crossing my fingers for a reissue there. But yeah, couldn't be happier with this figure in the line in general. With that being said, drop me a comment, let me know what you think of the figure, and if it's your first time here and you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, and of course everybody please hit that like button and thwip that notification bell, and I'll see you guys real soon right here on the Thwip side. Later.